welcome to our special live coverage with Thai PBS World, and I am standing right here at Bangkok morning because if you just look right over there, there are signs that there are more landslides coming in the Sinkhole because the Sinkhole actually, the road collapsed this morning at around 7 a.m. in the morning in front of the Vachira hospital, and this is a scene where many people did not expect to happen, especially early in the morning. And this is the massive sinkhole, and this is how big it is at the moment. And it is actually big enough to swallow a crane truck and also 2 utility poles as well. And there are also reports that this sinkhole is actually expanding even further as many of the rescue officials and related authorities are here to inspect the site. So we have seen officials from the MRTA, the Ministry of Transport, and also the Association of Engineers of Thailand are also here to inspect the site as well and to determine how dangerous is the situation right now. And based on the initial investigation, according to the Bangkok governor, Chacha Sithipan, who has inspected the site this morning, the initial assessment suggested that the road collapse was caused by soil sliding into this purple line station because beneath this massive sinkhole, it's where the construction for the subway is taking place. And the sinkhole is where the 2 underground train tunnels intersect. And the collapse occurred at a connecting point between the tunnel and the station. And the soil began flowing into the gaps between the tunnel and the subway station in under construction. And this has actually caused the road above to sink and eventually pull down like what you're seeing right here. And this has actually swallowed utility poles and also train trucks as well. And there have also been reports that there's a vehicle stuck inside there as well. And there's also underground water movement that has caused the soil to sink into this massive sinkhole as well. So you can see that the situation right now is quite hectic around the Vachira hospital at the moment. So you see that there are many rescue officials and also engineers inspecting the site at the moment to determine how dangerous is the site at the moment. So you see that many of the officials are working so hard since early in the morning because the road collapsed around 7 a.m. in the morning, and right now it's about 3:45 p.m. already, but we haven't seen any signs of retrieval of whether it's the crane truck or even the vehicle that is stuck inside or other utility poles as well. And it looks like if you can see right there, there's a utility pole that fell into that sinkhole as well. So, and just to give you a bit of an explanation, on the side, your left-hand side, this is where Vachira Hospital is, and over there is the police station as well, and many people have already been evacuated to nearby sites as well for the sake of their safety. So this is the live pictures from Sam Sen Road where a massive sinkhole has caused the road to collapse earlier this morning. Okay. And right now you can see how dangerous the situation is because there are signs showing that this is actually a dangerous area. So many of the officials have asked for cooperation not to trespass this area as they are still trying to investigate and inspect the location where the road actually collapsed earlier this morning. So we might just take you around to see the atmosphere around the hospital as well after this. So, and there are police officers here as well to determine the situation. And it looks like it's going to be a massive job here to reconstruct this road. So if we can take a look once again, is that there are some signs that there are some soil particles coming down right here as well.
อาจารย์ธเนศไงเดินมา ตอนนี้อาจารย์ธเนศแบบ
And Dr. Tanet is on his way, and he's the advisor to the Engineers Association of Thailand, who is here to inspect the site, the sinkhole, and to determine how dangerous is this situation. Okay, so if you just joined us, this is our live coverage with Thai PBS World, where we are showing you where the massive sinkhole is, and it actually collapsed the parts of the road of Bangkok Samsen Road, which is in front of Bangkok's Vachira Hospital. And so far, the hospital is still working as normal, but it seems to be more quiet than usual because they have suspended its outpatient services for 2 days pending the investigation of this incident as well. So this is definitely an incident where no one had actually expected to happen. But we have to mention that this is not really the first time that Bangkok has seen sinkholes like these coming from the construction of subways, because earlier this year there was another sinkhole that came from a construction in Bomprap, so Tupai area, and that has killed one construction worker. But hopefully the situation is under control, and so far no fatalities and no injuries have been reported so far, but there are still a lot of issues going on, whether it's the internet signals or if the water supplies are actually not functioning at the moment. So many of the officials are trying to fix that problem at the moment. So many people at this hospital are actually kind of struggling with having access to these necessities, whether it's the water supply, the internet signals, which are actually malfunctioned for a short period of time, especially since the incident took place. So ever since we arrived here at this hospital, we have seen that there are internet signals, there are extra supplies coming in and around the hospital as well, because many people have been struggling to find internet signals, and we also had issues having access to internet earlier just now as well. There are issues with water supply, so the officials from the water department are still trying to fix that problem as well. Okay. And since the early morning, apart from the massive sinkhole here, you may have noticed that there are still signs of landslides around that sinkhole here. So many of the officials have to be on alert, because they have to be on alert at the moment, because you don't know exactly when the road will collapse even further. Even most of us, most journalists, are not even allowed to get inside that area, especially where the signs that says dangerous area. We're not even allowed to trespass this area. We can only report from outside of this sinkhole what you're seeing in front of your eyes at the moment. And right now there are many officials from related authorities discussing the situation, inspecting the location, and they are also discussing ways to fix this problem, how to retrieve the crane truck and the utility poles. in this sinkhole, and at the same time, they are also trying to discuss how they will assist the people who have been affected by the situation, because so far many of the hospital staff and those living in and around this area have been evacuated already. Okay, and you might be able to hear that there are warning signals. There are sounds to inform the people around here that there are landslides coming in as well. So people in and around this location have to be very careful, very vigilant at all times. And so far, the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration has sent officials and also the hospital staff to assist people who have been affected by this sinkhole as well. And you might be able to notice that there is a height measurement being installed right here. So just to determine the situation and the height of the sinkhole and what is actually. Oh, okay. You can see that there's a crane right here. They're trying to. I believe they're trying to. Okay. The one on the green helmet is actually trying to measure the height of the location, and there's also a crane over there. They're trying to retrieve whatever vehicle that is being stuck inside this sinkhole at the moment. So the situation right now is currently hectic because rescue officials are trying to retrieve the vehicles and the crane trucks and also utility poles as quickly as they can. But it is very difficult at the moment because okay, there's an Engineers Association of Thailand. Some of the officials from that association also went in to inspect the location right now. And some of the contractors are also here. And we believe that these are the contractors who are responsible for this road construction. And they're trying to determine what can be fixed. And considering that there's a subway station that is under construction at the moment. Okay, and based on the report, we have heard that the BMA will be holding an urgent meeting at 5 p.m. today to discuss the urgent measures to help those who have been affected and what can be done with this massive sinkhole in terms of the construction and retrieving the crane trucks and also the vehicles as well. Okay, so maybe we can have a look at the atmosphere around the hospital, so you can see that it's kind of quiet compared to other locations at the moment. Oh, okay, you can see that there are volunteers carrying bottles of water to help the rescue officials who are here since early in the morning. But you can also see that there are also volunteers carrying food supply to rescue officials here as well. So, yep, and this is the live pictures of the massive sinkhole and the rescue operations at the moment. And as for the traffic congestion, we have to say that the traffic is kind of bad here because most of the roads around the hospital have been closed. So many of the school buses, the taxis, and other commuters have to redirect to other locations instead. So this is the latest update on the instance as well as the rescue operations as well. So thank you so much for joining us for this special live coverage, and you can also, okay, there's another signal telling us that there is a landslide in this massive sinkhole. So we have been warned that there are landslides coming along throughout the day as well. So these are the latest pictures and the latest updates of the incident. So thank you so much for joining us for this special live coverage. And by the meantime, you can also follow us on social media and our website, ThaiPBSWorld.com, for the latest updates on this situation. And thank you so much for watching, and สวัสดีค่ะ